gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it. No kidding. Cracking down a switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how I go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga. 100 pro flow, running shoot pro. From 58 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle hard at me, I got Cubans on the low. Through the Cancun, smoking Cubans on the boat. And dock that Tulum just to smoke. Look, listening to music at the Mayan ruins. True devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising. My cultural influence in the revolution. I'm integrated vertically, y'all niggas blew it. They tell me hustle done again, but I confuse it. It's like that word on rap, you motherfuckers choose to. I'm a urban legend, South Central in a certain section. Can't express how I curb detectives. Guesses, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, and we down at times I seen records. Effort, you got an L but got an E for effort. Stretched it. Dropped him off in the Mojave Desert and left it. Ain't no
what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? This is XYZ. You know we in this thing as usual. What's up? So we got a few topics to talk about. Of course, you know we got some good ones. We got some juicy ones. I mean, y'all already know who's here. You know, it's just the four of us today, but that's okay. But first off and foremost, we do have this as a topic. R.I.P. to my man Nipsey. R.I.P.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in
that
peace.
was, excuse my language, no disrespect, but that was a real nigga in my eyes. Okay. But yeah, he was a real nigga in my eyes. Yeah. So R.I.P. to Nipsey. We're gonna go ahead and get this started. I mean, we can. It don't matter where we start. I mean, you know, we want to start in the middle, side.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Down, left,
I mean,
right.
you know, I'm gonna throw a little curve
Yeah,
on it now. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to y'all people about some real spill, okay? Which is election 2020.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off.
Talk to me.
But I say this every single time, y'all. Any questions that y'all want answered, y'all already know what to do. Drop them in the comments. Don't hesitate to give any replies to whatever we're talking about. If you want us to talk about something that we're not talking about, drop it in the comments. If we don't talk about it today, we'll talk about it next Sunday or Sunday after, you know, next Sunday. But we will definitely talk about it. So just don't forget that, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's all good. Back to the curveball. Alright? Election 2020, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all people to get out there and vote unless y'all want another orange man in there for another 4 years. Okay?
Another Oompa Loompa.
He be like,
I'm saying, you know, we want another toupee top in there again, doing all this, causing all type of havoc. I'm gonna need y'all to get out there again. And I don't want y'all to fall for this little rules of Andrew Yang. I seen a little Chinese man out here trying to advocate, trying to give everybody $1,000 a month. Look, that's how he gets you. Don't forget, he is a Chinese man.
Yes.
Or whatever. He ain't from here.
Nope.
Feel me? He could be Americanized or whatever, but at the end of the day, he get that sense of power.
He gonna be for his people.
He gonna connect with his people. And what's that gonna mean for us? Shoot, y'all thought y'all seen martial law before until you seen them hopping off them planes. Shoot. Look, no Andrew Yang. You hear me? People, get out there and vote.
So who we vote for then?
Hey, look, I ain't gonna tell y'all who to vote for. I just tell y'all do your research.
Okay, so what you think?
I say no orange man and no Andrew Yang.
No
yellow
That's what I said. No yellow ones, no Andrew Yang. But it's open.
both C10 2020.
Real talk, it may be time for a woman to do one.
president, you know.
That's what I think. I think it's time for one.
It may be
But I
time.
don't know. I'm kind of feeling that $1,000 a month. I was
You
kind of
feel
feeling that.
$1,000 a month?
When you said it, I
You
was
get
kind of
our
feeling
money,
it.
he'll do anything for some change.
What you mean? The president don't never affect me no way. So why not take the $1,000
Wait a
a
minute.
month?
Yes, you do.
Don't.
How don't he?
Don't.
How don't he?
When he shut the government down.
He building that wall, you about to be in
I
here with
don't
us,
work
right?
for the government.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He closed that, you gonna be in them camps with us though, right? So it's gonna affect you too.
I don't
That
think that's
EBT, we need
know.
to eat.
I mean, I don't got that either. I buy those.
I don't either, but I'm just
I ain't
saying.
got that either. That's the whole
Sure.
thing.
I'm just saying.
So you said you think it's time for a woman?
Yeah, I really see a black woman in there. I think
You
it's
think
Like a Michelle.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
Michelle.
Michelle.
Go ahead, run, Michelle.
So
She
listen,
might Hillary ran. Why can't Michelle run?
Yeah,
I'm not listen.
she probably don't want to run.
I'm indifferent
tired.
about that, about women being in office.
Okay.
Why? Y'all, I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash, and I don't care, but this is my personal opinion, so fuck y'all. But Women,
Okay, then.
we are emotional creatures. We are naturally emotional creatures. Now, let me give y'all an example. My man, V-Man. You do some shit to me, and I'm be like, man, I can't stand. Like, why would he do that to me or whatever, right? I get in office, I'm about to get back at you just because I can, because I'm in office. Like, and I got that power. And unfortunately, and I'm not just saying women, because men do it too.
Yeah, Trump is a prime example. Off emotion.
I mean, but I'm saying, like, we are extremely emotional. And I think that we react based upon emotion.
There's
and
plenty of other women who run their countries outside of the U.S. who do a damn
I
good
agree.
job.
I completely
So
agree
it's
with
time for the United States to jump on board and get a woman president, and she needs to be of color. Because obviously, when people of color run a country, we do a damn good job. That's the topic. But we need a president, a woman of color.
No,
in
we want to
office.
keep this conversation
So-
on. What you mean? Like,
Okay.
like about, you know,
People of color. Yeah.
I know. I mean, they say Obama did a lot in office. So more so than what Trump is doing. Trump is just tearing up and shit. He's just setting America back like 30 years. We was going forward, and now we going
I
backwards.
mean, I'm
So you saying Barack was the best president we never
I didn't say that.
number 44.
I
My
didn't
man.
say he
I'm
was the
asking.
best president. I said he did a good job.
I'm gonna say right
So
now, I'm
people
getting
say-
paid more money under Trump's administration than I did under Obama's. So take for that what you want to take for that. So that's all I'm gonna say. Financially,
But-
Obama did nothing for me. $10 an hour, and minimum wage wasn't even $10. Look, let me tell you, minimum wage it wasn't even as high as it was now. Financially, Trump. I don't know what he did. Financially, I'm better off
Okay,
under
so,
this
so,
administration. That's what I'm gonna say.
So,
Yeah.
so
But
here's
you
my
make a
thing.
good point. You do got a good point there, because I do make more money out of your office.
But here's my thing, though.
I mean, is it
Well, you
because
pointed out.
Let me. I'm.
And
not-
I got
is that
back
because
points.
of y'all though, or is that because of Trump?
But this
the
is
stuff,
what
the
I'm
laws
saying.
he done did and stuff like that made it where you get a little bit more money.
But see, this is what I'm now, y'all. I do like politics. Don't get me wrong. I try to stick with it, but a lot of stuff I try not to, strictly because politics is based upon opinions, and I don't really care for it. However, the fact that you guys are talking about you making more money, how do we know that that's not something that President Obama put in
He
play,
really
and
didn't
then
do
it
nothing.
actually is starting to? Because a lot of the stuff that he did or the things that he was for, they started to go into effect after he got out of office.
You're right.
Right, because he like,
Because when he was in there, I mean, he
They got a-
if
he
you
got a
really
lot of
think about
backlash.
it, he really didn't do much, but he didn't make us horrible like Trump did. So it's kind of he just kind of like stagnant.
What did
I
what
mean, he
did what did he
parted
do
all
that
those
was?
I mean, he got the people who couldn't afford health care got that, but then again, there's a downside to that because if I'm somebody who don't want to get health insurance, I gotta get hit with a hot oil bill at the end of the year. So that's kind of not fair. Because if I want to be sick and just die, let me just die. Like,
Right.
why I gotta get hit with a whole fine? Obviously, I can't afford it because I would have had health insurance. Now I gotta pay money, and now I'm in debt. So it's kind of was like,
Okay.
well, we
That
need to
makes
work
sense.
out
That
those
makes
kinks
sense.
a little bit there. But he really ain't do nothing. I mean, black people still at the bottom. We still ain't got no jobs. They keep talking about all these jobs, still ain't no jobs.
who fault is
But
that?
I-
though?
Hey,
I was
hey,
just
don't
about
say
to
that.
say-
Don't say that.
I was just about to
Because
say
like
that.
it's plenty of black people that came up and now they billionaires. I mean, everybody got they thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their time to shine. But like, I feel like everybody is like in control of their own future. Like,
I agree.
you know what I'm saying?
Completely
Like,
agree.
like it's people that come from nothing and become millionaires and billionaires, and there's people that start out with everything and don't got nothing in the end. So it's all up to you in the end. That's what I think.
All right, so we got a few comments. What's the people saying? Janae, is that
Deja.
Deja?
Hey,
Do
girl.
that. Hey, girl. She said, emotion can also be a good thing. If our current president had an emotion or heart, so to speak, he wouldn't be making a lot of the moves he's making. That is definitely true. But he do got emotions. That's why he shut down the government, because he wasn't getting his way. He pouted like a little bitch, and he shut down the government. So he was acting off emotions. He just don't care with his emotions. He like, listen, I don't like this group. I don't like you. F you. I'm going to look out for my people. I'm going to get everything I want. Fuck all of them.
So wait a minute. Is President Trump a Cancer?
What does
Dang, what they got to do?
anything?
Hold on, wait. I'm a Cancer. What they got to do with
I'm
anything?
just asking. Is he a Cancer?
Nah, can't be.
He can't
Can't be.
No. Other comments said politics is not about opinions, but about opinions becoming law.
Yeah.
I agree.
What they visualize themselves. Sure.
I agree.
So I might get into politics.
So you saying, here's the debate we also have, and we'll go to the next topic. But with 2020, y'all telling people to vote, right?
Right.
But what if they don't like nobody on that president-elect like candidacy? Should they still vote anyway?
Yes, you should
That's
still vote.
You should still
dumb.
vote for the
That
best
is so
candidate.
dumb.
You should vote for the best
What
candidate.
if you got like how this past election we had Hillary Clinton was horrible. You had Trump was horrible.
Okay,
So
but who was the
you
better
think
of the
that
evil?
She
Trump-
is
Trump
a crook.
was.
I
But
mean,
who was the
Trump
better though?
is a
Trump
crook.
was better.
Who
But
was the
she
better though?
really, if you dig into Hillary Clinton, she don't like
Oh,
black
yeah.
people either.
I mean,
she
but-
don't like black people. She
who was
never
better
liked
though?
black people.
Trump was better.
You said
Trump
was
is better.
better?
He probably was. At least this is how I figured Trump was better than
better.
her. Not saying that I voted for him. Not saying I ain't saying which way I voted. But I'm saying at least with Trump, you know exactly where he coming from. You know this nigga don't like you. You know this man don't like you. So
Right.
you know how to move. Hillary is a closet racist.
I know.
You like, oh, okay, she for the people, she just and get in there and mess up your whole life. So it's kind of like it's hitting you. But
Well-
Trump, I could prepare because I know he don't like black people. So I go, all right, I see where he going. You ain't really for me, so I gotta do what I gotta do to prepare to protect me and my family. Hillary, you just was gonna get blindsided from every angle because she just was lying.
I don't know.
So
I think.
Barack backed her. I don't know.
That's that.
I went with Hillary.
yeah,
Okay.
I think Hillary would have been one of those people who would make decisions based upon her emotions, low key.
Alright.
She would have made some bad decisions based upon like past relationships or.
You think so though?
I
Because there's
do.
people there to keep you in check. I mean, I don't think it's.
I think so. I mean, I'm a vibe person. So if I get a certain vibe about somebody, I kind of stick with it. And I feel like she would do like some.
They need
I
to
mean,
get
but she been
Bernie
there
in
before, though.
office.
But she been
Get
there
my
before
man
and everything.
Bernie in
Like,
office
Bill
because he
was
wasn't marching
Bill
with
was
the
in
people.
office, so she been there before and everything. I
I
feel
mean,
like
she had, but she personally
Psych,
didn't
y'all, I was
have.
kidding. Not for
You
real.
know, she wasn't personally the president, but I don't know. I'm not saying facts, but I just feel that she would have.
All right, so moral of the story is, you know, if y'all want to go out and vote in 2020. Vote how you want to vote. Don't
No.
vote. Don't let
Not-
people pressure you
No, you
into
need to
stuff
vote.
at all. Because guess what? Your ancestors died for you to choose. So make the best decision for you. Voting is your business, not nobody else.
That was a
Do
completely
you.
wrong way to
Do
end
you.
that topic because you need
Next
to vote.
topic.
It's very important for you to vote. Don't let anybody tell you
Although the
that you
electoral
shouldn't.
colleges is
It's
one of
important
the
for
final
you to
pick,
vote.
but just saying.
However,
Next.
Mm-hmm.
anyway, damn it. Well, okay, my question. I'm sorry. That just totally threw me off. So, this is a good one, y'all. When you make it financially, you get them coins and you protect that bag, should you stay in the hood? Now, I'm going to say no. Because, for one, we already got those secret haters. Everybody got them. Once you get that money, then those haters really start trying to come after you. So I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I gotta get out the hood. I can't be there. I mean, I'm probably still gonna try to, put some money into my neighborhood, to do some positive things or whatever. But to live there, absolutely not.
I mean, if you're looking at like what happened to Nipsey or whatever, just because it's
Hey,
the
Ma.
most recent event, whatnot. He stayed in his neighborhood. He stayed in his community, doing positivity in his community, and it was somebody that was in his own circle that took him out. So it's kind of like you can give back. I feel like you can give back to your community, but you don't need to stay there because it's kind of like people jealous. Like they more envious of you now than they ever been because it's like, oh, you made it out. Oh, you think you better than somebody. Oh, like what about me? Oh, you ain't trying to put me on. Then all right, cool, we cool. We gonna take you out, like type of thing. So you just need to give back to your community, but be safe at the end of the day because people plotting, and unfortunately, it's the people that's the closest to you. So really, when you make it, you need to reevaluate that circle. You might need to have a dot. Like just you, and then protect yourself from everybody else. Just to be honest,
Have a
you
dot.
alone. Like I stand alone, man. I don't trust nobody because people be plotting heavy. That's just my opinion.
And the crazy thing is, you don't even gotta have like millions of dollars. People be plotting on you just for a couple thousand. So
Man.
Why not?
Play broke.
Get away.
I ain't got no money.
If
You
I
ain't
make
got a
it-
dollar, I ain't even got 50
If
cents.
I make it, I ain't never coming back.
Never.
I'm gone.
No.
See you later.
What's her name? Dej Low. She got the F
Listen,
up out
I
of
will
here.
never come back to Michigan.
She got the
What
What
F
happened
up
to
outta
one
here.
of the dope boys, Cash Up boys? They came back and got beat up at the airport or whatever.
No, but
At
see,
the
that's because
airport?
he.
No, they never was gone though, so can't
Yeah,
talk
but-
about them. They
but
always.
he-
Well, I'm saying you made it somewhat, and you still was here.
No,
And-
he
Nah,
ain't
that was
get jumped
different, though.
because of
I
that.
ain't
Yeah, that was
speaking on
different. I don't
Yeah.
even want to talk about that, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I make it, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Ain't no way I'm
It's-
standing
There's
in
no
there.
way. Jazz, she said the same. She agreed with us. She said move away and give back.
No, I ain't
Same
even giving
thing.
back.
You
I'm
ain't
gone.
even
Oh, you ain't even gonna get back. You just a little
I'm
bro.
gone.
I
It was
mean,
the
not
same
even
thing.
little people though. Like,
I mean, that's different. Of course, my people, but like, as far as the community, no.
kids,
For what?
not
For
even
what?
kids.
Y'all can
What?
kill me.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's his person.
Y'all can rob me and kill
That's
me
how
in
you
the end.
feel.
No, I'm
You
straight.
kind of shady.
I'm gone. See y'all later.
Okay.
I mean, but that dude kind of go back to
What
the.
you mean? That's for the government to do. That's not for me to do.
But that's the remember the I don't know what season, what episode it was. We had an episode and we was talking about that a little bit, and we was saying that if you ain't mess with me then,
Listen.
But
got
I mean, you
bills.
helping build up your community because guess
Listen,
what?
that's
you,
not my community, though,
But
I don't
listen,
stay there.
okay, listen. If you don't build up your community, you leave. And then you're not investing into the children that is the next, like the future. What's gonna happen? You gonna die eventually.
I'm taking care of my people, and that's
And that's
about
it.
it.
That's it.
And we all got bills, so we ain't got no more money for nobody else.
Man.
So how would you feel if everybody thought the way that you did? We wouldn't even. That's the problem with the black community.
Listen.
Your mindset.
that I mean
Well,
they do.
this what
That's
it is.
why. That's why. A lot
That's
of
why it
people,
is like it is right now.
Yeah,
That's the
people-
problem. That's why we're not prospering because people got your mindset. I'm not saying
It's-
stay in your
it's
community,
for you
but
to
why
make
won't
it.
you
You don't
get
have to
back to
depend
your
on
Did you
community?
share
nobody.
your income taxes with us?
You don't have to
What?
depend on
I
nobody.
put my income
Right.
taxes to my family.
Did you
All
share
right.
some with us?
Right.
See, I should-
That's the same
yes,
thing
I
I'm
bought
saying.
your baby some gifts. I bought you a little birthday gift you never got.
We ain't seen none of that shit.
Sure.
I got you a little something that you never saw.
It's all good.
I'm just saying,
Somebody get back to
I'm
the
not a
community.
millionaire.
I'm not giving back.
Yeah, community give back to you, all right? Give you right back to the earth. Sure, they'll kill you.
But what I'm saying
They
is
gonna
that's
kill
the
you
problem
in
with the
the
black
end.
I ain't
community
never
and why
got a
we're not
free nothing.
prospering.
Yeah, I'm
I
straight.
ain't never
Because
got a
I'm
free
not
nothing.
saying stay in your community, but you need to give back. Do you think that other other cultures and other ethnicities don't give back to their community?
I
That's
think
why they
they-
prosper.
No,
I
they
think
share
they give back to
they
their
share their tax
family.
money though.
I think they give back to their family. I'm
Did
not
you
you
share
doing
your
it.
tax money with me?
No, I had
y'all
to
should
pay.
not
I
do
had to
that.
pay
No.
taxes, baby.
Only
You
people
didn't
that
give
ask
me no
for
tax
only people
money,
that
and
ask for
neither
handouts
did
is
you.
I ain't
people
even
that don't
filed
work
my
for nothing.
taxes shit.
Sure, you shouldn't expect nobody to give you nothing.
It's not a handout, and that's the
What they
problem.
gonna give back and do? Build
That's
what
why
you
we
build.
always. That's why we never gonna be here. We gonna always be here because y'all got that mindset like, oh, I'm not giving back to my community.
My family
So-
gonna
Figure
give
They
me
my
it out.
community. I don't
So
know
My
that.
family
look,
gonna be
like,
straight.
y'all need to figure that out.
That's not-
Get
that's
your
not the
own
only
money.
thing.
That's for the
Like,
state
get
and
out
the
of here.
government.
Like,
That's
what
not
is
for
this
me.
like,
No.
God?
I'm
now,
not Martin
now
Luther
you
King.
should say, what if other people thought like you, Dan?
I don't.
What if other people that have done things for the community thought like you? Then where would you be if you say you didn't want to give back to the community?
Where would I be? I ain't never
What's
got
up
a
on
free
it?
nothing in life.
Mm.
Ain't nobody gave me nothing. But my family.
Shit.
I ain't never got a free. I ain't never
Right,
got a
that's
backpack giveaway. I ain't never went to none of those. I ain't never did none of that.
But
So
do
I'm
you think that
confused.
it was a blessing that your family was able to support you so that you didn't have to give a backpack? What
Of course
about
it's a
those?
blessing. Of course
Okay,
it's a
so what
blessing.
about the
And I'm
kids
thankful
that?
for this.
But what about the kids that parents couldn't afford to get them a
I
backpack?
know
What
I'm worried
if
about my
nobody
family.
gave
though.
that?
I'm worried about my family. I ain't even worried about all this.
Okay,
Yeah.
good point.
I ain't Martin
I'm
Luther
just
King.
worried about my people. I ain't worried about
What?
nobody else.
People looking for a savior. That's their problem. Sure. That's their problem. Can't nobody save you. Only you can save you.
No, for real.
So with the
No,
Boys
for
and
real.
Girls Club that we
For
went
real.
to as a child, right?
One
Because
time.
our
We went one day,
parents-
one
no,
day, one day,
you go.
2 days
The
maybe.
Boys and Girls Club that we went to as a child, because both our parents was working, even the latchkey we had, the lunches we got, if people didn't donate or
Who
put
donated
they donate people for Boys and Girls Club, they take donations and people
No, we had to pay a
fall
membership
into
for that.
You pay, but it's donations, people money given to it. It's
But
not
we got to
just
pay
our
into that
family
too, though, so
doing
we
it,
all get
But
it.
it's also other people donating to it to make a bigger.
Yeah, our tax-
I
I
feel
ain't
what you're
never.
saying.
I ain't never went
No.
to the
I,
Boys and Girls
yeah, I feel I went
But
like
like
twice.
activities
We
that's
wasn't
for
going
people
regularly.
that
I
are
ain't never went.
what?
We was not going regularly.
I've never
But I
went
feel
to-
what you're
I
saying.
never
No,
went
I
to
hear
the
what
Boys
that's
and
what I'm saying. Chaz, I do hear what you're saying about if nobody was giving back, then the Boys and Girls Club would have never been, right? Because if we all
Yes,
don't
or
chip in,
even
then
what
we can't
about
have that.
people that are in a lesser fortunate spot?
Just let people that feel like
People
that.
that
get back.
cannot afford to do certain things or just get into activities or afford clothes or families that are struggling. What if they had your mindset?
Listen,
Why they
Instead of
can't
saying,
afford
oh, forget
clothes?
them, that's for the government.
Why can't you afford clothes?
Because maybe
There's
the
plenty of
parents
generous
can't
people
do
out
it.
Why
here.
are you having kids if you can't afford clothes? That is not
That's
my
like the don't have
problem.
sex.
That is your problem. You shouldn't be having sex then. If you know you can't afford to buy clothes for yourself or your kids. So I am not going to have a pity party for you. I'm just sorry. You feel me?
We'll keep that same.
You lay in that
energy with your
bed.
kid.
Hey, I'm having. Hey, look, and he gonna afford clothes. He gonna have clothes. You better believe that. And if I had 2 or 3 kids, they will have clothes.
'Cause you
I
gonna
guarantee
make
you
a way,
that.
right?
We ain't gonna be worried about no clothes, huh?
Because you're going to make a way, right?
I'm gonna make a way. I ain't
You
gonna be
better
asking
not, you better
nobody.
not get on that EBT.
Okay.
You better
All right.
not get on that.
Nah,
rent.
EBT. Hey, look.
You
Nah,
better
I ain't
not
saying.
get on none of
I
that
ain't saying
government
don't-
assistance because
Hey.
guess what? That's people taxes probably paying for that. So guess what? Don't get on none of it.
Hey, I
Use
found.
your money that you go work hard for and you pay for your groceries, your WIC, all that stuff. Don't use it. How about
So
that?
can I get some money from your taxes then?
Yeah.
Stop talking about my
That's
taxes.
the government, though. That ain't got
Taxes?
nothing with giving back. That's the taxes. That ain't got
Taxes
nothing
is
with
government?
That ain't.
But she
How
still
is
got
it not?
some money though. Like,
Taxes
I mean,
is government?
That's
That's
not the
money
gov-
that they took from my
check, right?
that they took to
So
pay.
they take from everybody's
They
check,
take
right?
from everybody.
So I'm getting taxes took from me too, right?
Right.
So I'm confused. Ain't that my money going towards the other?
Yeah.
What do I have to give back more money for if I'm already giving back with taxes? I'm
Yeah.
confused. I'm already
That's
giving back.
not
I'm paving roads. I'm doing all that.
Yeah.
Like I'm confused.
Hey,
I'm giving
paying-
back to the schools.
Hey, police officers,
I
fire.
get all that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm confused. What do I have to give more
Let's
money
take
for?
it to the comments.
Especially
So,
if I'm
Pamela
making it. And you said I'm a
Hawkins
millionaire.
said, If you
Don't
ever
they take off
attended,
45%?
if
when
you
you're like a
ever
millionaire?
attended any camps, YMCA, after school programs, then your parents received help from donations. Therefore, you benefited. Exactly.
I never went to none of that.
You ain't did nothing.
I ain't did
You
none of
just
that.
didn't do. You just went.
I
to
never
school
went to
alone.
Boys and Girls Club. I never did none of that. No, I
So
did
the school
not.
books you got, where do you think they came from?
Taxes.
He went to public school.
Taxes.
Sure.
Duh.
You know what I'm saying?
Where else did it come from?
I pay taxes.
Next question.
I
Where
pay
else
my
did it
taxes.
come from?
You don't get it.
So,
Next question.
Where else did it come from?
Next question.
Listen,
That's
if
not-
I,
you're
y'all
not
said if I made it, right? So if I'm a millionaire, so when you're a millionaire, don't they take like half your money in taxes?
35%.
35%. So what am I giving more of my money for? I don't even have all of it to begin with.
I mean, you got.
If I get $1 million check, I'm only getting 650,000 of it.
Man, killing me. You are killing me.
I'm
That's
confused.
more than enough to donate a little bit more to people.
A little more? They already
Yeah.
took 350,000 from me.
Okay, but you can give a little bit more.
Oh, no.
Greedy.
You
Greedy.
generous.
Then how about
No, you
people?
generous. I ain't
No,
that generous.
But you a part of the fam though. Like you acting like
Man, you acting like you ain't gonna be good.
Yeah.
I'm just saying for other people. It's about
Other
giving.
people. I'm straight.
Look, if y'all, hey, look,
And
you're part of our
building.
community. You good? A part of our
Do
community.
you think
Ain't
when they,
nobody-
when
ain't
they
nobody
had
doing
the
nothing
Black
for me
Wall
but my
Street,
baby.
it was
I'm
everybody in that community, money turning over, everybody
I
helping,
think somebody
everybody freaking
Oh, you know what I mean.
helping each other, investing in each other, building each other. That's why Black Wall Street was successful until it got
Black
destroyed,
Wall Street.
among other
That's
things.
all.
Is that why Black Panthers was successful? Because they believed in sticking together and having more unity, and we are not.
But
Black
see,
people don't want to unite. We just want to, it's my money, my, and wonder why we can't never get up. Like, y'all just fucking sad.
Okay.
I mean, if I give it away, I
But
ain't
see,
gonna have it.
it's a.
So I'm confused. If I give my money away, what am I gonna have?
Nobody gonna appreciate you.
I'm not gonna live like how I want to live if I'm giving it all away.
So, how do you
Hey,
I want to
fam.
live. Like, I want to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And if I'm giving all my money away, I'm not
You're
gonna
not
do
giving
that.
oil, but you're giving some. You're doing
I already gave
some.
35%. You
gave
said it was
to-
35%, right?
Yeah.
I didn't already gave 35% of my money away. Why would I give some more money of my money?
So
It don't make
5%, like that ain't.
No, 0%.
No.
Try 0%.
35% is enough.
dope. That's perfect. I work hard. When you work
When
hard,
the
you get
government takes it, they not giving it all to where it needs to go, especially not giving it to the black people.
Listen, it ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay.
That's their fault.
Yeah.
Y'all need to talk to the government and tell them to
Dang.
spread that
Black
money
people always
around.
want something. Black people always trying to say
Y'all
that.
sound very stupid.
We gotta go get that.
Telling
We
them
gotta
how
get
it
to
is.
that bag,
I'm
people.
not, listen,
We gonna tighten up and get to that bag.
Y'all sound very not.
So I'm
What
indifferent
about for the
about-
future? What if I stop making money? Like, I could fall off. I done gave all my money away.
Then you learn
Can I
to
get some of
learn
that
how
money
to
back?
save some of your money. You save, you spend.
I'm the
you
same
invest.
and give away. How?
Invest,
How can I
save,
save and give away if I'm spending my money living and doing what I want to
Save
do?
10%, they say.
Save 10%.
Yes,
What is
you
that
have
gonna
$1
do?
million. What do you
100,000, that's
mean?
gone.
Okay, 35% got taken off for taxes.
Right, so I
Then
got
you
650,000.
save 10% of that. Then you spend whatever you want to
65,000.
say and then donate something. You ain't
So
gotta
you want me to
donate
have
all your money.
65,000
You
in
can
the bank
donate
from
some
$1
of
million
it.
check?
Like, what do you mean?
That'd be so
That don't
depressing.
even make sense.
That'd be so depressing.
You want me to have 65,000 in the bank from $1 million check?
Cause I want to give back to the community.
That's crazy.
I don't want to give back that bad. Them numbers sound crazy. Look, hey, look. I don't want to give back that bad. I'm sorry, $1 million, 65,000. Forget about me. I'm gone. You gonna see the dust. You hear me? I am
Crazy.
gone.
Okay, well,
All right,
You
y'all.
sick,
So
Chelsea.
that's the end of that one. Yeah, let's go ahead.
so do you think cell phones keep you connected to the world or disconnected? I think we're living in an era where people are always on their phones and they're not connected to the people around them. You can go on dates, everybody on their phones. Even if you're in a room with your family, people on their phones. People don't want to spend time with their kids. They give them tablets. Technology is killing the human race, in my opinion. Nobody knows how to communicate. When you walk up to people, hey, how are you? They like, what? You talk?
Did you text me?
Say text me.
Text me, man. Don't talk to me. Text me.
Like, it's killing our communication among people, and it's just sad. Like, I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we just gonna be like,
Yeah.
and we ain't even gonna have words. We're gonna be in the same room, just sitting there talking
This
like.
little thing is just killing me.
Yeah, get it off me,
Let's see what-
That's how we gonna be in the next couple years. Just
I
sitting
mean,
there having a
I'm
conversation.
I'm not really a good texter though. Like I really talk. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
know, I'm growing to be that way because I've learned with myself, like my text messages can come across like completely opposite of what I'm trying to actually say.
No emotion in words.
Exactly.
Text.
So
You
you
come out
know,
very bitchy.
well, I mean, a lot of times I am pretty bitchy, but still though, like when I'm not trying to be bitchy, and then you know, like you probably take it as being bitchy because I'm straight to the point. Like I'm not about to sugarcoat. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel, and then that's just that. But at the same time, like I still like my body language when I'm talking to you, or the tone of my voice can actually, you can feel how I'm trying to say it instead of me saying it, like me being bitchy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I don't know, but I agree with the whole communication thing. I know I do it with my son, and I try not to. But when he getting on my nerves, I do give him his iPad. However, I still try to make sure that I do that one-on-one time with him because I am so into mental health. And when you don't have that one-on-one time with kids grow up to have a lot of issues. They have abandonment issues. They have issues with people not being there to listen to them, you know, so that they can actually have somebody to talk to. So I do both, but I do understand where you're coming from because communication is starting to get like a complete dud now. Like you go home, sometimes, like me and my husband, we don't do it as often like we were before, but we go home, sometimes I catch us and we just sitting there looking at our phones, TV watching us. What's the point of having a TV on? What's the point of us? Exactly.
I do that all
You know
the
what I'm
time.
saying? Like it's stupid. Like why are we doing that? And not to mention like everybody not like this, but you done had a whole day without this person. I'm almost certain that there is something that you can talk about that happened throughout your day that you can communicate with your spouse, your significant other, or whoever they are to you. There's something that you can talk about with that person. You don't have to be on your phone. So you rather listen to what other people got going on with their life or see what they got going on with their life opposed to what you got in front of you. I mean, but I do fall victim to it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm completely innocent. But you said what we talking about, Ken? We talking about, what's your question?
My question was, do cell phones keep you connected to the world or disconnected?
Yeah. And I'm basically saying that it does.
It disconnects you. Next we gonna be
I mean,
like robot.
It's like a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both.
It's like a little bit of both.
Why you say that?
I mean, because without cell phones, I mean, it's still like, I mean, you saying like connect to the world, like
Before we had technology,
Well,
before
you had
technology
cell
was
phones,
as
like, you
big
couldn't
as
get
it
to the
was,
person
people
across the, you
communicated.
know what I'm saying? You
But
couldn't
yeah,
get to
right,
the
right,
person
right.
across the world.
But
now
people
you can.
communicated and took time to develop those relationships.
But
Now,
you
What he's
can't,
saying
but like,
is-
you know what I'm saying, but you couldn't meet, I mean, but you couldn't like keep in contact with like, say a family member that live in California.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it still
Right.
keep you connected with the
Right.
world. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what the question said. He said connected with the world.
I
Right?
say connected to, yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's what I'm saying. So like, it still kind of do keep you connected to the world, but like, it don't at the same time. Cause I get what y'all saying too. Because like, people do be on their phone. Like, oh, like I see people walking, looking down at their phone, like and almost trip. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Cause
That's
they
right,
so
'cause they
focused
don't
on
want
their
to talk to
phone.
nobody. Let me just pretend I'm on the phone.
Homegirl Bubbles, she said people aren't having conversations in person anymore because they share their lives 24/7 online. I don't need to hear about your day. I already read your status. I mean, that's absolutely true. But that's so true.
I ate a
But
hamburger today.
my thing is,
It was
like-
good. Yum.
I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just going based upon my personal life. I don't post my everyday, my all day moves. Like, if anything, I'll take a picture today and I won't post the shit till 3 days from now.
I do that all
You know
the
what I'm
time.
saying?
It'd be
Like,
like 2 months later.
yeah,
or last
like-
week.
so I can't really, agree with you on that because I don't fall victim to that. But
No, it's true though. I think people are so just on their phones all the time. Like they don't even know how to like have relationships. It's just through the computer. I'm gonna tell you my every move about my entire life, about my likes and dislikes. It's like, oh, I don't even need to really get to know you. I could just go scam your page a little bit. Just be like,
okay, so
Bingo.
hey,
Ending on Nipsey.
Joey Scallion, I think you said, hey girl, or
that's
Yeah.
some people.
hey, I'm sorry. But listen, we gotta wrap this question up. But my thing, I got one more question to kind of tap on with this. Why do y'all think that people post their moves like on social media? What is there like something that you need acceptance from or what? Like I never really understood it. So why do y'all think that people post like they
Because people
like?
ain't got no lives and they want to feel important.
Yeah.
Like it's about the likes, like it's all about how many likes can I get. And if you ever notice, 'cause I caught a few people, I ain't gonna point nobody out. I see the people post a status and then it's gone. Cause I kind of stalk to see something. People delete because they ain't got that many likes and then they repost it again and get more likes. So I'm like, y'all little fake little self, like nobody liked it
I
the
know
first
people
time.
be
It
stealing
ain't that
tweets
important.
and everything. It be
Yeah.
weird.
Just to
Like,
get the likes. So I
yeah.
think people, they want to feel important. Like likes make you feel important, like you're somebody. So they tell you so you can get likes.
Or
They
people
feel
that say
important.
something that they not even like, and then they just like for the likes, because they know a lot of
Yeah.
people don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So, all right, y'all want to go ahead and move to that next question? Let's get it. Pop in.
So my question is, well, it's not really.
Sorry.
Is it a question? I mean, it's about
Speak
Nipsey
back.
Hussle. Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace to that man.
Man.
I feel for Lauren London right now.
Like,
I
for
can't
real.
imagine. Like, okay, so she had a baby with Lil Wayne, right? Bam, did that. Probably was set financially, but y'all wasn't together. Then you find a man that just like was everything you could have ever wanted. She called that man her sanctuary. That's like real deep.
But
And
you
for
know-
him to like die the way to get taken from her the way that he did, like that. And then she probably even saw the video because it was people didn't respect her family.
It's crazy.
Them that is probably circling around. So it's one thing that okay, he was murdered, but for me to see the crap, it's like yo, like y'all,
That is
y'all
crazy.
killed this man. That's not only the father of my child, but
Insensitive.
the love of my life. Like, and y'all did him dirty like that. Like he was laying. I didn't see the video, but from comments, he was laying in the street like dead, like
Yeah.
just.
Blood.
Like, and I feel for her, like to lose somebody that you love so much, just like that. Like that's just horrible. Like,
And they
and I
actually grew up
can't
together.
even.
They actually
Yeah,
went to the
I'm
same
like,
high school.
are you
I said I
serious?
can't. Like that was her.
They
That was
actually
love of
went
her
to the same
life.
high school and everything.
That was love of her life.
What?
And
That
like
just meant. Oh my god.
I feel for the kids. Like as black people, they are like our men are already incarcerated. It's already like a lot of single black mothers out here, and then like you murder someone, like you basically robbed the kids of having a father. Like you, like it was really that serious. Like that's messed up. So it wasn't just that oh he was murdered, but he impacted so many people's lives, and it's just like that's real messed up. Like it's fucked up.
Yeah, what's crazy to me is how he got murdered in front of like everything he worked so hard for. Like He got murdered in front of his building, like on Slauson and Crenshaw. He got Slauson on his back. Like that's the crazy part.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
he from there and got murdered right there on that same block. Like that's just crazy. Man.
Okay, so I wanna go back onto the last conversation only because my mama commented, so we gotta read my mama's comment. She says cell phones make you unsociable. Oh, we don't have to tap into it. I just want to read what she said, and then we can say, we agree or don't agree. Cell phones make you unsociable. You'll put all your business on social media instead of talking to someone face to face. You can communicate in a text instead of face to face. She said, shaking my head. Agree. Now, on Nipsey. Let me tell y'all. If I lost my husband today, the way that Lauren lost Nipsey, y'all probably wouldn't see me for a year or maybe even more. I would absolutely lose my mind. Like, it's rare for you to find a person that you are extremely comfortable with. Like, you can be your complete self with. You don't have any worries in the world. The fact that they had money together and they had that bond, like, man, to me that was just that's like a fairy tale to me. And the fact that she lost him, like Chelsea said, that was her sanctuary. Like, you gotta have like a huge impact on a person to be somebody's sanctuary, because that means that person is your peace.
And that's rare.
Man,
That ain't even like common in 2019. Let's be real.
It's not even common. It's not even about 2019. But as an adult, we go through so many things as an adult. Period. And the fact that you can find peace within another person, that gotta tell you something. I'm hurt for her.
Somebody said, y'all heard what Kodak said about her in that situation?
Hell
Yeah, he
yeah.
ignorant as hell for that. Like, it's too early.
I never really vibe with
Never
Kodak
really
though.
cared for
Cause
him.
like he always was just like, I don't know, he's just not my type of, like, I don't know, I just don't vibe with niggas like that. Like,
I'm
he's just
sorry.
a goofy
I
ass
agree,
nigga,
we
so.
canceling Kodak for that one.
Hey.
Hey,
No, we're not canceling Kodak.
He
No, we're not
goofy though.
canceling
Like, he
Kodak.
been goofy. Like,
We're
he
not
got a
canceling
couple
Kodak.
songs that
I
I
was
like.
just
I
listening
ain't
to
gonna
Kodak on
lie.
the way over.
What?
No, he got a couple songs that I like. I'm not gonna lie.
Only the one that
But the
my
way-
man Jeezy.
Kodak got more songs than Nipsey Hussle had. I'll tell you that right
What?
now. Unfortunately, sure.
Nah.
So you're not
I
gonna
mean,
try
Can
to-
he
so
make
what y'all
any
not
more
gonna try to
songs
do?
now? Because ignorant people want to take out somebody that was doing something so
Listen,
great.
Kodak-
like, really?
Kodak
Like,
not
no.
that sweet.
Kodak just
He
Kodak
not
not
sweet.
that sweet.
Like, what was he even
He got
talking
like 3 or 4 songs
What
that I
was-
like.
but his-
At the most.
He
got
better
like
than
3 or 4
Nipsey
songs.
Hustle for sure. Rest in
No.
peace. But he better than him though for sure.
I was about to
No,
say, you
rapping.
was over there quiet because you
And rapping?
earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
like
already
to
know
hear
for
what
sure.
you have to say about Nipsey, why you feel that way.
Nipsey, you already know. You already know how I feel. You gonna die by the life you lead. Everybody want to talk about how he's just such this activist, comparing him to everybody that did so much great work. When in reality, he was a gang leader. Let's not forget that point. Sure.
But what
And
does that
fact.
have to do?
Sure, that Tookie Williams. We might as well glorify Tookie Williams then. Y'all know who Tookie Williams is?
Yeah, we know who Tookie Williams is.
I don't know
That's
who that
different
is.
than.
Same
I mean, that's
thing.
not
What's
the
that?
same thing.
What's
Same
that?
thing.
That's
Yeah,
not the
Honcho.
same
Tookie
thing.
what? Tookie what?
He was the head honcho on the Crips. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Ain't no
It's not the
difference
same
in
thing.
Nipsey.
Then
Nipsey was
don't
the head
let Tookie
honcho.
Williams win Nobel Peace Awards and
No.
go on to Tookie Williams, yes he did. He went on and won Nobel Peace
That was like
Prize,
ID's in
and he
jail,
went on
wasn't
and
it?
done some positive things, wrote books. So,
Yeah, no,
but
because
Nipsey was
That was
going
after
for a
he
more
was in jail,
positive role. How do you still continue to look at his past?
yes, because his past is what he was doing. Sure, at the same time, look, he didn't even stand for the same thing that the Crips was founded upon. When they were first originated upon, they were picking up the torch that the Black Panthers left. They were founded to protect the community from the police, the Bloods and the Crips, from each side of the town. That's what they were founded upon, but not anymore. They started slinging drugs in the city. They started killing each other. It's not even the same purpose. So when you
You
so when
talk about a 13-year-old boy when he joined the Crips.
I'm
though.
talking about
You're not talking about a 33-year-old man that was
Hello.
going for
I'm
his
talking
community.
about-
That's what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the gang in itself. Once you join the gang in itself, they don't even stand for the same
At 13,
principles
what else
that
you
they
gonna
stand
do
for.
though? If that's what you grow up around, like he grew up in California, like his neighborhood is like full of Crips.
I
Like
feel you.
if you growing up like that, if you grew up there, you would have became a Crip too. That's what I'm saying.
And
That's
just
the same thing. Like especially if
hey, I'm Liz. Why do we always have to point out the imperfections of successful blacks?
Why do you have to do that, man?
Right? How was he successful? Sure, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Soulja Boy successful. He only successful because he was dead. Not that, because he's dead. Let's be honest.
That's
Now
the
y'all
reason
want to
he's
glorify.
assassin?
Now y'all want to glorify somebody because he's dead. Y'all wasn't glorifying him when he was just alive. About a week ago.
He was
Come
a
on now.
millionaire.
He was. We were not talking about him. Nobody was.
How? He
He
just had a
was
gun
in
for
He
the
was
nation.
trending. He had
How?
one store. Like what was
They
the
made-
Marathon clothing store?
He
Clothing
had,
store.
he actually got 3 stores.
What's the stores?
Huh? He actually got a Smart store, he got a Marathon store, and he got another Marathon store.
What are those stores doing for the community?
They
Are-
give these
is it
people
a
Actually,
grocery?
jobs.
Is it a
he
grocery?
actually owned the whole strip mall.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is giving back to the community. I'm
And the
gonna
Fat Burger across the
I'm gonna
street.
give y'all some facts about giving back to the community. This is giving back to the community, getting the produce. Getting like a farmer somewhere, you creating your own grocery, your own produce. You give it, y'all cutting the government out. You got your own gas station, you got your own oil connections. Not building a fucking clothing store or some bullshit ass, what else you said?
The whole
But-
strip
but-
mall.
but- but
well,
wait,
It ain't
all
doing
different type of
it's
stores.
not doing nothing
Well,
for
all
the
different
community.
type of
But
stores.
when he didn't, because don't let me get me wrong, because I'm actually getting a little pissed about this because he was actually, it was something that he was doing, but he was actually only using his stuff. So he was in the process of actually doing what you're saying as far as like us growing. Don't get me wrong, okay? Let me not say it because I don't got my facts straight. But he was in the process of doing that shit though, for real.
And why you believe that? Because they tell you that?
Why do you believe that?
Why is all the media sources talking about Nipsey Hussle right now? All the media sources is talking about Nipsey Hussle right now. What is really going on, people?
What do you think it is?
What do you
I don't
think
know
it
what
is?
really is going on because I don't feel like he was.
Because
Well,
he
well,
was
well,
because he was
wait,
a really, because he was
wait,
really a
wait,
leader
wait,
in his
wait,
community.
Wait, because
Wait.
actually when all of this happened, y'all know Trump started getting his funding for that wall. Like it was all distracting. Not distracting because again, he stood for a lot
You
of.
talking about for a 57-mile wall?
He stood for positivity.
What
But
is that?
while all of this been happening, Trump did get funding for that wall.
A
They've been actually
57-mile
passing
wall, what is that?
laws while all of this
I
been
don't know.
happening.
Okay, but
So
I
was
want
this like used
That
as
ain't
a
even
distraction
enough to
for
do
something
nothing.
greater?
But is
That's
that
what
what
he-
you're alluding to? I want to hear what Emmanuel has to say, and then I want to hear what LaDaniel has to say.
I just feel like Nipsey Hussle was a walking contradictory. That's what I feel like. And I feel like it's too many sheep in this world. Everybody hop on the bandwagon. Everybody hopping on the bandwagon because the news is feeding y'all these threads of him being such a positive person. Y'all only seeing the videos of him doing one thing and now he's such a good guy. Come on, man. Let's forget about that. He ordered hits on people's families, people's kids. He was the leader of the Rolling 60s. Let's not look past that. You can't forget about the people that he done got killed. Y'all, you can't forget about the past. Them people is dead. They gone. You can't forget about that. I'm sorry. He is not such a positive person.
So when
y'all,
you-
but y'all
I
want
get
to,
what
and
you're
then y'all
saying.
want to compare
I
him
get
to
what you're
Tupac.
saying.
Do y'all even have any proof for Tupac ordering hits on people's kids and all that type of stuff?
Tupac ain't nowhere near Nipsey. Tupac was a lot of talk. He never did nothing. Let's get that clear.
But that's his
Tupac
point.
talked a lot, and he wasn't a gangbanger. He was from New York. He claimed West Coast, all that. He was actually a lame ass nigga. Let's
He
get that
was.
first. I
He
never
never
really even
did
fuck
nothing.
with Tupac. Let's get that straight.
Okay.
Don't even compare him to Nipsey, because Nipsey actually went out there and did shit for people.
All right.
Not Tupac.
What did Nipsey do
In
for
his
people?
neighborhood.
And let's talk about the
By
music.
himself.
Let's talk about the music then. If you listen to Tupac music,
Okay.
what kind of feel did you get as opposed to listening to Nipsey's music?
I actually like Nipsey music more than Tupac music.
As far as more people that Tupac touched. Tupac
I don't
touched
know.
more people as on the
wasn't
geographic
even
level
alive
and
then.
and the demographic level. He
He
touched-
wasn't even alive when Tupac. What are you talking about? You don't even know.
Exactly. Now I'm
What?
listening to Tupac more than Nipsey. That's what I'm saying. And
Okay.
I'm 24. I listen to Tupac before I listen to Nipsey fucking Hussle. And I'm sorry.
You
Rest
saying
in
anything.
peace.
You
It's the
saying
truth.
anything.
And as far as y'all want to compare them,
To
there's
even
no
say that-
comparison.
to even say that, you
Tupac
weren't
made
even around to
Tupac
even see
made
that, to
Tupac
even say
made
that.
uplifting music for women that women still listen to this day. I heard people bang Dear Mama to this day. It's still on the radio. I ain't heard a Nipsey Hussle song on the radio since he died.
So you talk.
And that was after, and he made that
I'm
after
sorry.
what? After he got that little kid shot in the park, right? After
Who?
he got into that fight and the little kid got shot in the park, right?
Did he shoot the kid? Did
It don't matter.
Did he order a hit on the
Did he-
kid?
It don't matter. Did he get into the altercation or not? And
Did
the
he-
little kid got shot.
I'm just saying.
It
Did
don't
he,
matter.
Did
It
he
don't
mean
matter.
for it to happen?
It don't
And
matter.
he felt so bad that he
don't
made a song
matter.
called Dear Mama.
He
You
made
feel
a
me?
song.
He
Are
felt
you
so
serious?
bad. You feel me?
Are you serious?
Like, man,
dog?
that song
I
make
can't believe we
that
even
song
sitting here
made
talking
people
about
cry.
Tupac
Like, I'm
right
sure
now.
it's
So
the truth.
let
I
me
can't
ask
believe
you
we
this.
even sitting here talking
So-
about a nigga that's from New York and that was claiming the West Coast. I can't even believe that we talking about this lame ass nigga, dog.
I'm just saying,
That's crazy.
And
to me,
then another
dog.
thing though, like you comparing.
He was an
somebody-
actor, dog. That nigga was soft as
he-
hell. And
he-
when he played Juice, that nigga stayed in that exact role for the rest of his
And
life
then
until
he
he died.
comparing him
Just
making
like that.
music opposed
And then
to
he
him
was
actually
fighting
having
Crips and
stories.
everything. Hold on, wait. Tupac was on some whole bullshit, first of all. This nigga was fighting for no reason. Matter of fact, that's why he got killed, because he was scrapping with the Crip for no reason at the Las Vegas casino. Because what? Because his man's chain got took and he thought he was tough.
Just like Nipsey Hussle. Just got killed because he was fighting for no reason.
No, he wasn't
in his
fighting.
store,
No,
and
he
the dude
wasn't
came
fighting.
back and killed
He
him.
wasn't fighting. He wasn't fighting.
Same thing.
He was not fighting, though.
What was he doing?
He was standing at his store.
No,
This what happened.
No, because he fought the dude the same day the dude challenged him to the fade. They fought the
Hell
ones.
no,
And
hell no.
Nipsey put them boys on
Hell
him.
no.
And the dude
That's
came
not
back.
what happened.
That is what happened.
Bro, what I just seen the interview with Nipsey brother, bro. What is you talking about? That's not what happened.
All right,
Let's
what
see what
happened?
happened. Let's see
Huh?
what happened.
What happened was him and Nipsey was up there getting some clothes for his homeboy or whatever that just got out of jail. Him and his brother was up there. So Nipsey was standing in front of his clothing shop. A nigga walked up to him, shook both of their hands, telling him how he was a rapper and shit like that. He said, dog went around the building. Then his brother said when he went in the store to go finish eating his food or whatever, he said the nigga came back around shooting. Boom, 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 boom.
So
boom.
you
But
think
And then he
so
said
that-
once
he
the
was
nigga
doing
came
it for
around
no
shooting,
reason,
No,
though.
okay, that's
he
fine.
said once the nigga came back around shooting, he seen that didn't nobody have a gun, so he came back and then he shot the nigga in the head, then he kicked him in the head, and that's when he ran off again.
So if the police came
That's
and
what
asked
Nipsey brother said.
that Nipsey brother, okay, perfect. I'm so glad you said it was Nipsey brother because if a nigga killed my brother and the police asked me what happened, I'm not gonna tell them that they just fought 30 minutes ago and the nigga just came back and killed him.
So they fought 30 minutes.
That's what happened. The dude challenged him to the fade because Nipsey wouldn't let him buy no clothes. He said you just snitched on the nigga.
Where did you hear this at?
Man, that's what's
That's what's in the
this
streets?
is facts. Yes.
So you heard that all the way from Cal.
This is what's going
So you
on.
I do
connected
have
with
a
him.
question. I do have a question. What if you think about the story, what would make him feel that comfortable enough? I mean, if you think about it, Nipsey was a icon on that street. So even though he didn't have any bodyguards, there should have been other people out there that had guns, right? He's an icon. You got people that's protecting him all
No,
around.
listen, he didn't
Wait,
even
let me
call
ask
this
a
a
question.
Go ahead.
So if that's the case, if all he said, if he'd never seen this person before, and this person just said, "Hey, can I get your music?" or whatever, and Nipsey said, "No, dog, go away." Why was he so angry? There has to be something that we're missing that made him so angry that he came back. Now, did Nipsey do it aggressively and hold him? That could have been it, to make him come back and blast like that because he was obviously angry.
Listen, niggas hate you your whole life.
For real.
Niggas hate on you your whole
And he
life.
already had some bodies. And he
Niggas
already,
hate build up their whole life and you shining. And niggas just want to kill you for no reason. Like, that's true. Like that's really what happens.
But I mean, that kind
got
of
some-
did
hold up,
make
we got some-
If you shining your whole life,
Let's chime in with the people real quick.
No, I want to hear what he was saying. Go
Hold
ahead,
on,
finish that.
that's cool. We got a lot of comments
Oh,
on
go
Facebook
ahead.
and Instagram.
Okay.
So let's see what Pam Cowell, she says he was, but he changed. He said he had a meeting with the police chief on Monday, but didn't make it. Dang, sad. Shakir said Nipsey Hussle death is sad, but I agree with E-Man. With people on bandwagons, people wasn't rocking with Nipsey like that until he died.
I
And-
was. That's a lie.
And he said he
You
got
can
tons
look
of
at my
fans
album
now.
album.
She said everybody, not
look at my Apple Music.
And he said hit everybody. I'm saying, but he said he got tons of fans now. His music wasn't even played on the East Coast / Detroit. True. Instagram.
Look at my Apple Music. It's
We
on
got
there.
hey, I'm Liz. She
Years
said
ago.
rejection. That's why my man was so heated. He said she said females get killed off being rejected from men. That's so true.
That's true.
You said
But
what?
it kind
What
of
you
did
say?
like.
She said that females get killed because of being
Rejecting men?
Yeah, from rejecting men.
Yeah, that definitely happened. These
I don't
dudes
know. To
crazy.
me, I just said it
Oh,
sounded
yeah.
like it was more to the story than what we was actually told. I mean, what Emel said, it kind of that could be like, oh, it kind of makes sense.
And
But at the end of the day, like he died. Like I mean, regardless, he shouldn't have like
He shouldn't
was
have been
doing
there.
so much.
Damn.
So it's kind of
He
like
shouldn't have been at his
Why, like-
strip mall. That
no.
What was he
I said he
doing?
was doing
That
so.
I said, how
He
is that
was
doing anything?
positive, though. He
Let's
was
be.
giving back
How
to
is that
them.
positive?
It's
We know so
positive
many
that
people
he
with a
was giving people
boutique.
jobs and
He
everything.
wasn't
He was
giving
giving
nobody
people
no
jobs.
job.
That's positive.
Nobody was getting no job. What was he giving them? $9 a damn hour?
It
How much
doesn't
money
matter.
was he giving them?
That is
That
a-
wasn't even no job.
He could have been giving people
I'm
jobs
being
that
so
couldn't go
serious.
far,
Like-
that only lived in that neighborhood. So a $9 hour job for a person that lived in that neighborhood is great for them.
It
Might
is.
not be great for you, but it's great for them. So
And
I don't
prevented
think
them
that
from going
he
on the
wasn't
street
doing
doing what he was
anything.
doing.
All those things that he built benefited people in that neighborhood.
How
And
many
then it's
people?
just the thing, my man that was cleaning up the parking lot and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, we say here, crackhead, But how do we know that that's not keeping him from, from doing crack?
But why did he have a clothing store? Your neighborhood is is in the hood. It's comparison to, they say it's comparison to our hoods. Feel me? 7 Mile and Hayes, which is nothing over there, and 7 Mile and Greenfield. Okay, so or 7 Mile and Coney, over there where the Asians corned beef used to be, over there in that strip mall, something like that. Okay, so you mean to tell me you want to get back to community, but you put a clothing store in here instead of knocking something down and helping the poverty around the area? Let's fix it up.
It wasn't just a clothing store.
Let's
It was
fix it up.
literally a whole strip mall.
A strip mall, what is that doing though?
Because-
That's taking money out of the community.
How?
That's taking money
I
out.
hear what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? That
How is this
clothes,
giving people
we don't
jobs
need
that's in the
clothes.
community?
We don't need clothes.
If it's giving people
We
jobs
need-
in the community, that's giving back to the community.
They need
regardless.
stability. People need in
A
the
business gonna
in
take
the
money
hood.
regardless.
He grew up. I'm saying he grew up.
gonna take money regardless.
He grew up in the hood, right? He know what they need. They don't need clothing stores. What they need is to knock the people off that's taking their money out of their hood, which is the foreign people that got their grocery stores. That got the stores that we
You talking about like the
need.
phone stores and stuff
The
like
stuff
that.
that we need
You
to
talking about
survive.
like he had?
No, not a phone.
You talking about like he had,
not
right?
a phone, bro. We
You
don't
just
need
said yeah.
No, I thought you were about to say some real shit after that. You said a
You
phone.
just said
Like
yeah.
a phone store. What he had was cover stores. Let's be real. Anybody that's been, all he had was cover stores for shit that he was doing in the streets. Let's be real. That was cover stores. It wasn't even nothing
I
that was
think
doing
that's
nothing.
unfair to say.
It's the truth. It wasn't nothing real about the
Yeah,
stuff that he
yeah,
did.
yeah.
It wasn't giving back to the community
That's
because
crazy.
it wasn't nothing that he did that was positive to give
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
back. That wasn't giving back.
Yeah,
If you got a clothing store, that's us buying clothes from you. How's that giving me anything, bro? How's that giving me anything? I gotta go spend money
You
with you.
sound like one
Regardless
truth.
of how you feel,
It's
how
just
you
the truth.
feel,
That's
how
right.
you feel.
All right,
It's still at the end of the day,
listen,
a black man
so
was
if you
killing
live-
out those
so
kids
if you
and not
lived in
growing up
LA,
without a
right?
father.
I'm just
So
saying,
you lived in
we
LA,
need
right?
food.
So you lived in LA and he gave you a job at that clothing store. That's not giving back to the community.
Did he give? I'm just saying, if you had a
If you got a job at any store in that strip mall, that's not giving back to
that's
the
not
community.
giving back to the community.
How?
Giving back is doing something that really needs to be done.
You talking about like talking to the police
No.
to get the police in
No,
the game?
not talking to no
no
police. I'm talking
What
about
you
getting
talking
rid
about?
of the whole economic system and building your own.
That's what he's talking about. That's it.
I'm talking about on the real, I'm talking about on the real economic level, breaking it down and building that shit up from the ground level with just black-owned shit. Like you need grocery stores. I'm talking about produce. You need farms. You need to be able to do it yourself and not need
That man was
other
33
people at
years
all.
old,
I'm
dog.
talking about real help. Giving
That man was 33
he
years
wasn't
old.
giving
dog.
back. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't giving back.
That
because
man
he
was
don't even-
33 years
Look,
old.
and
Dog.
then
You
y'all
telling
wanna-
me he supposed to have all of that 33 years old?
Yes, and
That's where his mind was at.
I'm
dog.
gonna tap into it like this.
You ain't-
I'm gonna tap into it like this.
you ain't
Yes,
some
because
bullshit.
I was watching the damn interview with Snoop Dogg was on the Breakfast Club and he was talking about Tupac was reading the fucking Art of War when he was 21 years old. Trying to read he was reading the Art of War.
But you
But
His
maybe-
thinking was
but
way
maybe-
more advanced.
But maybe
Like,
Nipsey Hussle was getting there. You got to think
You-
about that.
you talking about
It
some
took time
bull.
to get there. Maybe
That man was
that's the track
33.
he was on.
He just-
Maybe at 13, starting out, he was getting there. But let me end this on this note because I think it was a tragedy. I read an article which says a lot about his character, and I think that a lot of people maybe didn't hear about all the great things he did because we weren't on LA. But I read an article where this lady talked about her husband was just a normal electrician. He would come out and he would fix these lights. And every time he would come to this street, this man that will come out and give him snacks, to give him water and give him juice and just
food.
talk to him, food. And so he would say every time you have to come out there was just always this man that was
Never
so
knew
nice
who
to
he
him,
was.
didn't know him, will come out, offer his help him. And he said when he saw that some man had got killed, he went on the news and saw it, and she said her husband called her. She said he was crying so hard because he realized that that man was Nipsey.
Yes.
And to me, yes, you can question all the different things, and I believe it's a lot of conspiracies, but he definitely had to be a light. And I believe that
Yes.
everybody has a different way they feel like you can give back to the community.
I mean, the
And
disciples
maybe
Can't be
they
like-
want-
murderers and robbers.
Real
and stuff,
niggas
and they
recognize
did
real
stuff.
niggas. That's
That's
all
all
I'm
it
saying.
is.
I'm just saying,
Exactly.
you can't be a light
That's all
and
it
a
is.
nigga.
No, yes,
recognize
you
real
can
niggas.
because I mean, even the disciples was murderers and crooks and stuff
Listen.
like that, and they still
Real
did a
niggas
lot
want-
of good.
listen.
So I mean, if
I mean,
everybody
look
had
at
a
Malcolm
best
X.
path,
Look
All
at
over
Malcolm
the
X.
world.
Look
All
at
over
Malcolm
the
X.
world.
Malcolm X wasn't always doing good.
No.
Malcolm X was a crook. It took them to get to that point.
Martin
So,
Luther King.
Them dudes
Yeah,
standing,
Martin Luther
them
King.
dudes standing in LA where the police brutality is crazy as hell, and they still kill each other. If you want to talk about some real spill, they ain't even doing
Okay, so
that.
the
Real
next
niggas
time,
recognize real
you
niggas.
come up with some
Real,
money, we want
dog.
to see what you
They ain't
do.
doing nothing real.
All
Let me get
over
the
the
bag.
world.
I'm gonna show y'all how to really do something for the community.
all right,
Let me
we're
tell
gonna
y'all
get
right
that
there.
bag.
Real
Real
shit.
niggas recognize
Okay,
I'll show
well,
y'all.
on that
Move on
note,
back
at the end of the
to
day, it is still RIP to Nipsey. You know, at the end
Still
of the day,
rest in
a
peace, though,
woman
definitely.
lost her love of her life, and kids lost their father. That,
I
at
feel
the
so
end
bad.
of the day, that's never acceptable.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna just go ahead and say RIP to Nipsey, but before
RIP
we go
to
ahead and wrap things up, we're gonna give a few shout outs to a few black businesses. As usual, we always gonna shout out my small business, Embrace the Journey. Of course, shop there, www.chelseasThomas.com. We gonna go ahead and shout out No Favorite Apparel, Traveling Shears, and Globe Lamp. So make sure you guys go ahead and check them out. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop comments in our section. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Until next time, y'all tune in on Sundays at 8 p.m.
My fault, people. I ain't get to read
See ya.
your comments at the end. I'll get back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the week.
Yeah. Nah, I'm finna take it there. This time around, I'ma make it clear. Spoke some things into the universe and they appear. I say it's worth it, I won't say it's fair. Try your purpose or you wasting air. Fuck it though, y'all niggas scared. Eyes open, I can see it clear. They don't make them bar none, they don't make them real. They don't make it where I'm from, they don't take it here. I ain't seeing due time, I be making meals. Doing stuff in this game,